So I've been doing a lot of thinking recently about barriers. When I was at Summer in the City, I went to a panel called the Creator Panel, and there were no actual descriptions about what these panels would be covering, but there were chairs. The chairs were very uncomfortable. It turned out to be a complete disappointment, but the panel was not. It consisted of Nanaloo and Tim H. and Tom Scott talking about a particular video that they had done. So what they did is they screened the video and they talked about kind of where the idea came from, how they went about writing the script, how they got people together to help film it, and how they finally edited it and made a cool thing. I was ridiculously impressed by those videos, but also the process by which those videos came about. Because they were all very professionally done videos, and I started to think, wow, I really want to do stuff like that. I started to think, well, what if I wanted to make something like that? Well, I'd need the video to be anamorphic, obviously. I'd need to do some, not just color correction, but actual color grading to give it style. I'd need some music, obviously. Not that music. Then just add some film grain and I've got it made. I'll have some cool, cinematic, awesome video stuffs. So I started looking at this stuff. I looked at some color grading software. I looked at some music. I looked at how to make the black bars appear on the top and bottom of the screen. And I realized, oh, there's actually a lot more to it. I mean, for one, I shoot on a tripod and the only steady shots you see in short films are long time lapses of scenery, like in my last video. Plus, this camera doesn't really have the dynamic range I need to do the stuff that I want to do. In fact, I've got really bright lights in here, and yet I still have to change the settings all the heck just so you can see my face. So, okay, I need a new camera. I need to figure out how best to sync music with whatever the scene is. I need to look at particular color grading software. And then I gotta figure out that whole tripod situation. So I started looking at automatic dollies and stuff, but those are wildly expensive and really wouldn't work for the stuff I'm trying to do, at least not without someone else to help. So okay, it seems like the simplest solution would be to just ask someone else to actually manage the camera and stuff while I'm filming. And I've got a few people I could ask, but I really don't want to have to waste their time while I figure out what it is that I'm actually saying and then having to try and figure out all the shots and stuff while I'm saying it. You know what I need to do? I need to write a script, and then I can make a storyboard, and then I can come up with an actual shot list and stuff, and that way we would know exactly what needs to go where I could ask someone to come in and help shoot it, and it'd be brilliant. But in order to do that, I'd have to know well in advance what the actual video is going to be before getting close to shooting it. And the result is, I'm terrified. It feels like now making a single video for this channel would require 40 hours of prep time for one video. That's one of the reasons you haven't seen me in my actual recording space for a while, because compared to the awesome idea that maybe one day will be in my head and I can work toward and build, standing here seems somewhat anticlimactic. And it takes a lot to remember that what's fun about YouTube is the ability to directly interact with you, not the staged, oh, look at me, I'm having a conversation with some offstage character, maybe we'll cut to him next. No? Well, it might have been a better decision, and of course with the anamorphic screen and the color graded footage, and of course you gotta have the camera shake that everybody expects out of cinematic productions, they're really nothing more than barriers.